Ippo Makunouchi went from shy kid from the fishing docks of Japan into the scariest monster in the featherweight division, with 8 consecutive title defenses and an unreal 100% knockout rate. Early on, he showed natural power when he threw that straight into the sandbag. Then he developed technique through relentless discipline and a grueling, no shortcuts training regimen. By the end of this video, you'll understand the exact methods behind Ippo's physical conditioning, endurance, and fight system so that you can start applying them to your own training. I'm Takeshi Fit, here to break down how you can train like your favorite celebrities and characters. Let's have a look at the legendary Hajime No Ippo protagonist's training routine. Long before Ippo ever slipped on boxing gloves, he was building strength the hard way. Early on, Ippo hauled heavy fishing coolers at dawn, pushed boats against the tide, climbed slippery docks in the rain, and balanced on shifting waves while carrying crates. Zero gym, just raw, functional strength from daily labor. By the time he stepped into Kamogawa Gym, he had some preconditioning training done. Therefore, as soon as he met Coach Kamogawa, he got handed a brutal grind filled with road work, calisthenics, neck bridges, slip ropes, ab hits, and more. This very plan turned Ippo into a pressure machine that translated directly into the ring. So let's start with the engine that powered Ippo's style, his conditioning. The foundation of Ippo's entire fighting system hinged on one thing: a cardiovascular system made to go through 8 rounds. When you see his ability to close distance, drop mid-fight combos, and keep swinging under pressure for long rounds, that's the byproduct of daily, compounded stamina training. Every morning, Ippo laced up and ran. He'd do classic road work for 30 to 60 minutes for roughly 6 miles every single day, which is 10 kilometers approx. As seen in the training of real-life combat athletes, this distance is already considered champion-level conditioning. For comparison, Floyd Mayweather does 5 to 8 miles per day, and Muhammad Ali ran 5 to 7 miles daily with construction boots, usually in 40 minutes. On top of that, Ippo would do shadowboxing mid-run and weave punches into his stride so he could sharpen his foot rhythm and balance under motion. This steady-state running boosts his aerobic threshold, which means faster recovery between rounds. If you're going to start, first try 3 kilometers at a conversational pace, gradually working up to 5. Every minute or two, throw in 20 seconds of shadowboxing to mimic Ippo's flow and build fight-specific stamina. Then there are the hill sprints, seen when Ippo trained for the gazelle punch. He'd charge uphill for 5 to 10 reps, each sprint around 20 to 50 meters. Because these explosive bursts built fast twitch leg drive, this translated directly into power for his body hooks, but also for late round movement, simulating the leg fatigue of slipping, ducking, and firing from low stances. All of this is essential to his peekaboo pressure style. For an extra challenge, Ippo sometimes ran on sand. Because sand absorbs force, it forces your muscles to work harder and strengthens the stabilizers in the ankles, calves, and hips for punch balance and injury prevention. Next up, Ippo did jump rope as another non-negotiable in his routine. He'd jump rope for 3 to 10 minutes, building ankle stiffness for quick slips, timing for staying in range, and rhythm for peekaboo entries and exits. On top of building cardio, this trains your legs and translates directly into footwork. To apply this, you can start with 3 rounds of 3 minutes, resting 30 seconds between. Work up to 10 minutes continuous, mixing in double unders or high knees every 30 seconds to practice tempo switches mid-fight. These conditioning drills weren't glamorous, but they gave Ippo the engine to outlast his opponents while they gassed out. Then, moving on to the strength and conditioning. Because Ippo didn't rely on machines or split routines, his strength came from high-rep calisthenics. He did lots of push-ups, the standard variation, decline, even one-arm push-ups, done in 5 sets of 50 or more. Yes, 5 series of 50-plus reps. These build endurance in the shoulders, chest, and triceps, and directly translate into chest and triceps endurance for punch output, posture control for the peekaboo guard, and your tolerance for mental fatigue under repetitive stress. Then, Ippo did squats, especially the prisoner squat, for that leg power. He'd do 5 sets of 50, adding a set every few days. After all the push-ups and squats, Ippo would move straight into core work. He'd crank out sit-ups in big sets, usually 5 sets of 50, or until failure, because he knows that's where real durability gets built. Then came decline crunch twists for more oblique work and rotation. That's where a lot of his hook power comes from. Then, he did hanging leg raises, which simulate the control you need mid-movement, especially when your legs and core are already fatigued. Then there was the neck work. And yeah, this one's rough and old school. Ippo would bridge his entire body weight on the back of his head for 3 to 5 minutes at a time, similar to how Mike Tyson trained during his prime. No machines, no straps, just gravity and pressure. And in some cases, Kamogawa would sit right on his torso while he did it. That's how serious they were about neck strength. If you're not there yet, don't jump straight into bridges. Start with simple neck crunches, 3 sets of 20. Build the control first, then add tension. Over time, you're training your neck so it can absorb punches more easily. Next up, with the help of a partner, he'd have his abs struck with a medicine ball while he held tension, 3 sets of 30 seconds, then 3 sets of 40-second rounds in a crunch hold. This exercise translates into endurance during body shot exchanges in the ring. Then, he'd do crab holds and walks, 10 seconds of elevated hips and a tight core for 6 rounds, or moving forward and backward with hips up. On top of that, he'd do reflex work, starting off with coin catches, 50 to 100 reps. He'd have a partner throw coins, and he has to catch them quickly. After that, it would be 10 minutes on the reflex ball, which trains reaction speed. These drills are perfect for eye-hand coordination. Alright, now that we've covered the foundation for Ippo's style, let's shift to his boxing system. So we're going to unpack the mechanics that made him a knockout machine. I hope you're enjoying the video so far. If so, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Let's continue. Starting off the boxing training, let's talk about the peekaboo style, which works extremely well for inside fighting, closing distance, absorbing punishment, and unloading brutal combinations. It's defined by having your gloves high, head moving, and body compact. This is Ippo's signature style, and every drill is designed to sharpen it. First up, shadow boxing. He'd do 3 to 5 rounds, each lasting 3 minutes. Because he needed to perfect his technique, the first round focused on clean basics, jab cross hook combos, a tight peekaboo guard, and purposeful footwork. Then, in the second round, he visualized opponents and focused on cutting angles, bursting in with punches, and resetting to mimic sparring. By the third round, he pushed full speed, throwing high-intensity combos while moving realistically. To add resistance, he sometimes used bands or hand weights, making him not just flail, but move with intent to blend punches and footwork seamlessly. Then, there's the pad work, 3 to 5 rounds of 3 minutes, with the assistance of his coach Kamogawa to hone that timing. In his drills, he focuses on precision on top of the raw power Ippo already had. These sessions targeted specific skills, transitioning from body to head shots, landing low center combos like a jab to the body followed by a cross to the head, plus countering off rolls. Therefore, Ippo trained with callouts from his coach, hitting preset combos like a jab to the liver, a left hook to the head, or a double jab, slip, uppercut, and cross. Every strike flowed into tight movement so that he exited range after each combo. After that, there's the heavy bag work, another 3 to 5 rounds of 3 minutes. Ippo would start each round with a burst combo, say, a jab to the head, cross to the body, and lead hook, then reset, move, and fire again. After each combo, he slipped as if dodging a counter. With 30 seconds rest between rounds, he focused on pacing himself to last the full 3 minutes, since fading early meant more conditioning, either more road work or jump rope. Ippo also used speed and reflex tools like the speed bag and double end bag, 3 rounds each. Because he needed tight, efficient punches, the speed bag is for rhythm and hand-eye coordination, while the double end bag sharpened reactive jabs, slip timing, and punch return speed. These drills kept his peekaboo style compact and fast, so that every movement in close quarters was razor sharp. After all of that, Ippo would go into live training. His sparring sessions ranged between 3 to 6 rounds of 2 to 3 minutes. This is where he put his skills to test with range, body attacks, and rolling under shots to return fire. He started with light contact in a supervised setting, gradually building intensity while wearing 12 to 16-ounce gloves and a mouth guard. Because Ippo needed to stay mobile under pressure, that's where bar drills came in. 5 rounds of 90 seconds, non-stop, slipping under a low bar or rope while maintaining peekaboo posture. The goal is to stay in a partial squat the entire time while weaving under the rope with his hips and legs, not just bending at the waist. This is to build rhythm, power, and punch readiness all at once. In the peekaboo stance, your legs are constantly loaded, your traps are always on, and your core never gets to relax. That's why Ippo trained his movement to stay clean under that fatigue, So even at the end of a round, he could still bob, slip, and counter like it was the first bell. Now, how do you apply Ippo's system? Because, as much as anime life with endless training and a coach pushing you to collapse looks cool on screen, you need a practical approach. So if you want to train like Ippo, you can start with 3 to 4 sessions a week, mainly cardio and calisthenics. Pick one boxing drill, whether it's shadowboxing or the heavy bag. Make roadwork and shadowboxing daily habits, even if for just 15 minutes a day. This will be your foundation as you build consistency and progress. If you're ready to go deeper, check the description for a full Ippo-style program. I've mapped out every drill, rep, and progression for you to follow week by week. No guesswork needed. I'll see you there.